Hey, what's up, man? Strap. We gonna clear. We're gonna do this one. Let's do this one.
Let's, let's do
This
it.
is the last show of the year. We can keep it.
Let's do it. Before we get it to this, we get to this one. Salute to everyone that was involved in her movie project, and I want to pull the right name here. Um, do you happen to know the name of a movie that is being, I think,
The
hitting the
Fire Inside, releasing on Christmas Day, featuring
hey,
the life story of a Clarissa Shields as she climbs the ranks and became the greatest woman of all time.
Very
yes,
nice.
let's support her. Like if it's somewhere on, if it's hitting the the cinema, let's support that joint. Let's go out there and really support, because that's a good. Our story is amazing. From her background to being an Olympian to being, arguably the greatest woman boxer of all time. I don't know about the fighter part, but like box, let's start with boxer of all time. Um, she has built a Hall of Fame career. She is one of the greatest, just role models to young black girls that is of this generation, the 21st century generation, from how she's carried herself, from sports to, she's everywhere, man. Ever since she went back and won back-to-back Olympics, she's been everywhere. She's been on a microscope. So supporting her in this movie is another step taken to, just cementing her legacy, because now she's in the movie world, and making these movies, these feature film, whether it's based on real life stories. Salute to her, because she deserves it, because she does have a story to tell, and it's a story of substance. Now let's get to the BS.
Wait.
Oh,
If you want, if you want a little bit of, if you want a little backstory on that, I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but there was a documentary leading up into her Olympic journey, and it was called T-Rex. Okay, so if you want a little,
Okay.
you want a little preview, go watch T-Rex. Okay, and that'll be a little bit of prep before you go see the movie on Christmas Day. All right. Okay.
Mm.
So now we can pivot, or should we still?
What up, though?
What up, though? Um, yeah, man, she's been in the news line. She's been in the headlines lately, and it's not been because of boxing. Um, I mean, prior to that, it was because of boxing that she was in the news, and she was, calling out male fighters to come fight her. The Keith Thurmans of the world.
Yeah.
And some videos leaked, her sparring partner putting her to sleep, and then there was a whole, protect black women, which I love and I support, and leading on to now popular culture. I feel weird even talking about this on a boxing show, but let's talk about popular culture, because all this intertwines with boxing, and boxing is a popular culture. So allegedly, or apparently, she's dating Papoose, and Papoose is currently married to recording artist Remy Martin, or Remy Ma, as most people call her. A few weeks ago, some things were leaked on the internet that involved the GOAT, and it was not highlighting her to the best, in the best light. And whether however you want to judge it, maybe how on her response, she responded the best way the GOAT responds, and she took it to the internet. So, fellas, let's build on that.
All right, I'll jump off on this because I'm really torn up over this situation. I'm heartbroken because I've been a day one fan of both of them. Like in my formative years, Annie Up came out. Okay, I literally have a tape here from Big Punisher. Whoa, baby. Okay, listen.
Wow.
Oh man,
I'm literally,
that's deep.
watched this the trajectory of Remy Ma's career, the highs and the lows. All right. Same thing, like I just said, I've been following Claressa since T-Rex. She's from Flint, Michigan. You know, and that's where she gets her attitude. Michigan versus everybody. Like
What
she
up,
got it,
though?
she got it honest. She got it honest. And yeah, man, I'm really conflicted in this situation. It's really unfortunate that both of them are caught in this intersection right now. But you know,
Hey, Clarissa gonna talk.
yeah.
She
I
is
got
gonna talk.
something just came to me, but I'm gonna let Kim get what he got off.
Oh well, no, I did. I like she dropped a freestyle. Like
Yes, he
that
did.
was so crazy to me. She dropped a freestyle. Remy Ma, dope MC, and dropped a freestyle on it. I was like, I was vibing to it. I'm ready to be critical and skeptical of whatever. Stay in your lane, all that. But nah, she was sliding. She was sliding that thing.
At this
And
point, I don't know.
I've been very critical of her lately. But I'm like, you know what? I was good with it. I was good with it. Hey, these grown people doing grown things. Hey, and somehow it got leaked on the internet. So hey, you put yourself on the internet. Hey, I like the way she handled it. I'm looking at her most recent tweet. She got all caps on here, and I'm not gonna read it. It's just Clarissa Shields on Twitter, formerly known as or X, formerly known as Twitter. Go check it out.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I think she's trolling and she's on genius level of how to get it.
Nah,
I'm just
nah.
like
This is
she's just
real. That's just
with
her
all the
being
smoke.
herself.
Either she's with all the smoke, or she's like, I'm gonna just troll today. Like if I'm a business person and I'm dropping a movie, I'm not gonna engage in rolling in the mud with some. I'm not engaging in that mud war. I want to keep.
Oh man.
The mudslinging.
Yeah,
Yeah, he right though. Hey, great point.
she's
Hey,
petty. She's petty. She's like, nah, I'm
you
coming
know
and I'm gonna
what?
respond and I'm gonna act and I'm gonna invite you to box me. And I'm like, what the heck is happening? Am I in the alternate universe? What's happening right now? Where Remy
Strap.
Ma-
Yeah, strap. No, you bring up a point, and so this is what just came to me too. Is like she does have like these uh artistic aspirations. Like prior to this, she's had recorded music and music videos, and so she has that content out there. And I'm like, you know what? All of this and the timing of it though was uncanny, right?
right, yeah.
Timing of it, all publicity is good publicity, but this is on brand for what she does and how she carries herself online. Like I said,
It's real.
I've been following the whole process, so it is on brand for what she's been doing.
It's confrontational. She's always like that on Twitter, but I didn't know that it would cross over into rap and popular culture. Like I know that was a
Man,
boxing Twitter thing where she's clapping at everybody. She goes to her followers and comments about what they wear. Like she's just one of those. Like she's not big enough to be like I'll avoid and not even engage. Oh, she'll give you what you want. Like you're gonna get it from her, and she'll invite you to fight too. She's
Pull
invited.
up.
She's invited professional boxers to fight her, and I'm like,
Pull
yeah.
yo,
up.
you wilding, like to relax.
One thing she's done this press run. Obviously, this press run leading up to the release on Christmas Day. So she's been doing the podcast circuit, and she shared with Andre Ward that she wants to fight until she's 38. She said she wants to get it out of her system. So I don't know. I don't know what competition is going to be left out there for her because she's gonna clean through it. But she's saying she wants to get all the fighting out of her system right now.
She's also like people don't uh see the perspective. She's a big girl too. She's big, so she's tall. Um, she's about she like about 5'8". She's about that height, 5'8", 5'7", 5'8".
You about right? Probably 5'8". She a little bit taller than me.
She's pretty tall, and so finding competition with her is a little hard because we talked about the Savannah Marshalls of the world, and she's run through all that the top level competition out there. That's why she's hopping back and forth from PFL, trying to. I understand it. Sometimes when you're so good at something, it gets boring. Now you want to challenge yourself and learn how to do something totally different, like PFL, and you know how that went. She's getting better at that in that craft. And now she's doing fashion, and I could see she's having like a hair and makeup team, and they're glamorizing her and everything. She's becoming popular. Like she's. I'm sorry, fellas. She's bigger than what we used to have in our little boxing, small little tribe of fighters where we held up to this like worldly figure, but now she is of the world. She's popular, like, and it's kind of hard for boxers to accept that. I mean, or boxing fans to accept that because they're seeing behavior that is not of that world, right? Like where family, married families are getting, and it's not. I don't believe this narrative is true. I just think it's just for the internet. This is just canon for the internet, right? But when the internet says like, she's breaking up a household or whatever, I understand it's lies. It's not true, but
wait a minute. That household was dysfunctional before she came along. But
of course, right. She just stopping through grown folks on grown folks business.
Battle rap, because I know everything in battle rap with Easy the Black Captain. I used to rap in my past, my past
generation. But Claressa holding a heavyweight belt, middleweight belt, light heavyweight belt right now. So
yeah,
we talked about it earlier in the show.
Do you think boxing is fun for her anymore?
Oh yeah, absolutely. What do you mean?
She's a fighter. She is a fighter.
The name of her movie, The Fire. What? Yes, boxing is fun. What do you mean? Come on, Strap. What kind of question?
Because I would think right now, like she's still young. She's 29, right? She's getting into her lady phase. This is probably the most money she's ever made in her life, because now she's bigger than what she was when she was an Olympian. She is meeting people of a different repertoire. What's the word? I'm looking for
upper echelon.
Yeah, she's being invited for different things. I wouldn't be surprised she's gonna be at the Met Gala. And then we've seen that with athletes. They come in with the athletic side, and then next thing they're into fashion and the athletics, take the back seat. We've seen it with rappers coming in with rap ambitions. Next thing they're next to Versace and whatever. It's like the raps come in second. They're working with Prada. Doing this and this collaboration. People find new interests. Rather than getting hit in the head. You know what I'm saying? Because boxing is a hungry person's sport. To be honest, it's hard to be rich and successful and be the greatest. Salute to the boxers that do that.
But you can see the way she responds to everything. No, this means a lot to her. She's got a fight coming up on February 2nd in her hometown in Flint, Michigan, against a unproven heavyweight. 5 fights. She's 5 fights since 2020. It's her opponent. So, excuse me. This will be her 5th fight. 2 knockouts. She's going against Danielle Perkins. In February in her hometown, so she's back in the ring.
She's got a prospect on that card too, so we'll talk about more of that as that approaches.
Right, she's hungry though. There's no doubt. This is all real. This is a real person.
She may be the first multi-millionaire female boxer. I think she has the stock quality for that. Believe it or not, we will witness that happening with her. I mean, we didn't see that with Layla Ali. Maybe she did. I don't know.
But these fight persons are up there. We talked about Katie Taylor and Miranda Serrano. I think they both pocketed at least $5 or $6 million for that fight.
Right. But they're not personalities. They're fighters. Claressa is transitioning out of that fighter to being like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Is shit internet troll a genius where she's transcending from being in the fight world or fight Twitter, where I have people that know nothing about boxing talking about her.
Hey,
like
I like it.
Is transitioning, and I don't know if it's because they're looking at her flying off the handle. But I don't get it. But I can see where the money's gonna come from, and if she did it off a thought like, okay, I'm gonna switch. People are looking at boxing like this, and they see female boxing like this. All these, the Serranos who are very humble, chill, family oriented, always getting a check from another man like a Jake Paul. I am going to break that mold and be the disruptor and be this and this, and also be a person, because she's a personality. Let's not get it twisted. She's a personality, but I can see her being the first multi-millionaire fighter, like really commanding buildings and pulling people for the fight. I'm not saying it may. I mean, I'm not saying that it will happen, but I can see it happening because of what she just did right now.
She's 29 years old. She ain't changing. She is who she is. Granted, there'll be some maturity coming along, but hey, this is your brand, like, and double down on it, right? Uh, I want to see her bring, Cash Doll out since she from, Cash Doll from Detroit, right? Something like that. Hey, double down on it. Bring Glorilla out, and that way you can cross over your fan base. And
absolutely, because her last fight purse was $1 million.
Johanna,
Check that. Her last fight purse was $1 million when she faced Marcela Cornejo in June of 2023. So we understand she was the first woman to make a 7-figure payday in 2 consecutive fights. But as we know, these as 2023, that was last year. Yesterday's price is not today's price. So let's see what she commands for this fight in her hometown. That'll be very telling of the trajectory.
Claressa, you seeing this? Hit when the iron is hot, strike when the iron is hot. Start a boxing agency to promote these guys, because you got it. You know how to put yourself in the headlines. Not saying you may need a PR person. Maybe you need that, but still, you know how to get people to engage and talk about you, because you've been on the news headlines for the last month. 4 weeks. She's been around, so you know what you're doing. I can see you doing that in a boss level where you have a promotion company and you do it for both men and women. And I'll promise you, you have more charisma than Oscar De La Hoya, who does these raps and clap back, whatever. There's all the stuff that he does that he's trying to promote. But promoting is really a personality and engagement thing. And you got it. Just like Bill Haney, you got it. So hey, as you make these millions, you could transition to being a boss and being a real boss and taking these views that you're getting for something that people may look at as negative and make some money with it. Just saying. Claressa versus the world. I like that. That's that Michigan theme,
Oh yeah.